This man does two things really well: wear Gucci and pull on dog leashes. He's also quite possibly the most controversial dog trainer in the entire world. His name is Augusto Deoliveira, better known as the Dog Daddy. He's a self-proclaimed world-renowned dog trainer who has recently come under scrutiny for his methods by other dog trainers across social media, as well as the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists, and most recently, the AVMA itself. In this video, I'm going to discuss who Dog Daddy is, why his training methods are so controversial, as well as other controversies he's been a part of, and the problem with celebrity and influencer dog trainers in general. For those of you who may not be familiar, Dog Daddy is a well-known social media influencer with a massive following due to his entertaining and engaging dog training videos. He has gained his immense popularity following photos of him walking upwards of 8 German Shepherds at a time that went viral a few years back. This led to him being labeled by some as a quote-unquote dog whisperer, and in today's age of influencer worship, this might as well have been a board certification in veterinary behavioral studies. For better or for worse, he has become a household name in the dog training world. Dog Daddy's credentials as a dog trainer are, from what I can tell, non-existent. I looked on his website and all of his social media profiles, did some light digging around on Google, and I found no evidence that he's received any sort of formal education or certification of any kind in regards to dog training. Not off to a great start, but despite that, or maybe because of that, Dog Daddy has exploded in popularity over the last few years. He now offers webinars for $100 a pop and offers in-person dog training classes to both dog owners and even other dog trainers. I find the latter odd because I'm not sure how you can have no credentials whatsoever and do continuing education, but I digress. In order to understand the controversy surrounding Dog Daddy's training methods, it's best to first start with what is considered humane dog training. In very broad strokes, there are two schools of thought in regards to training the dog. One that involves reward-based techniques and positive reinforcement, and another that includes what are called aversive methods. Aversive methods include any application that causes any physical or emotional discomfort to an animal. A good example of an aversive method would be something like a shock collar to help train your dog. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior issued a statement on this matter back in 2021 that pretty definitively lays out the best, most humane method of dog training and the position shared by veterinarians worldwide. I would encourage you to read it, but some of the highlights of the summary include the following. Number 1, evidence supports the use of reward-based methods for all canine training. Number 2, reward-based techniques should be used for teaching common training skills as well as to address unwanted behaviors. The application of aversive methods, which by definition rely on application of force, pain, or emotional or physical discomfort, should not be used in canine training or for the treatment of behavioral disorders. The statement also describes short and long-term effects of both reward-based training and aversive training methods. To summarize some of their key points here. Short-term, dogs trained with aversive methods or tools showed stress-related behaviors during training that included tense body, lower body posture, lip licking, tail lowering, panting, yawning, and yelping. Dogs trained with reward-based methods showed increased attentiveness to their owner. Long-term, survey studies have shown an association between the use of aversive training methods and long-term behavior problems, including aggressive behavior towards people and other dogs, as well as anxiety-related behaviors such as avoidance and hyperexcitability. In contrast, dogs trained with reward-based methods have lower rates of behavioral concerns compared with dogs trained with aversive methods. I would encourage you to read this position statement in its entirety, as well as the recommended reading list and the sources. I'll put a link in the description. But the take-home message is this: dogs should only be trained using reward-based methods, and they should never be trained with aversive training methods. Full stop. Now, with those recommendations in mind, let's evaluate one of the videos from Dog Daddy's YouTube channel entitled My Dog Training Methods Explained. As you can see, Dog Daddy readily promotes the use of a prong collar. This is considered an aversive training method because it applies discomfort to a dog. As you can probably imagine, it hurts to have this prong collar yanked into your neck. This doesn't foster a good relationship between you and your dog. It just makes them scared and fearful, and their subsequent behaviors and the changes in their behaviors are based out of fear of you rather than wanting to please you, which is a dog's usual default setting. Prong collars are very controversial. The way I think of it is this: does the jigsaw killer from the Saw movies foster a good relationship with the people he puts neck traps on? I don't think he does.
I want to play a game.
But in all seriousness, prong collars are red flags when it comes to determining if a dog trainer knows what they're doing. And when I say red flag, I kind of mean that literally. The American College of Veterinary Behaviorists, or ACVB, has published a guideline to help pet owners know how to hire a dog trainer. In this document, they list essentially 6 red flags that if you see this or see a dog trainer doing this, you should find another dog trainer. So we've got one red flag already by way of the prong collar. Number 2 is trainers who ban head collars or eat collars of any kind. Wait, so is Dog Daddy gonna commit all 6 6 red flags here. Let's see. Number 3, frequently yanking the collar, holding dogs down. Yep, got that. Number 4 through 6 basically summarizes trainers believing a person should be the alpha and a dog should submit, following dominance theory, which had, by the way, been completely debunked. Alrighty, so it looks like Dog Daddy's philosophy is basically the exact opposite of what the ACVB recommends, and he violates all 6 red flags on their How to Choose a Dog Trainer document. Not off to a great start still. This is undoubtedly why, as the Dog Daddy became more and more popular, he eventually caught the eye of more and more people, including animal welfare organizations, veterinary behaviorists, and more scientifically sound trainers, as we'll call them. Throughout 2023, multiple animal welfare organizations began to enlist the help of the public to help stop his pop-up dog training seminars exhibiting these aversive methods. In July, the RSPCA announced their concerns regarding his practices and enlisted the public's help in protesting his training seminars over concerns for animal welfare. In September, the Association of Pet Dog Trainers in Australia issued a statement warning of Dog Daddy's training methods. Also in September, the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists released a statement expressing concern over Dog Daddy's training practices, and upon review of his content, noted that Dog Daddy was observed to be, quote, hanging dogs from slip leads, delivering physical corrections repeatedly with a prong collar, physically forcing a dog to lie down or sit, and provoking aggression in dogs. Most recently in October, The Guardian reported that the Dog Daddy has, quote, taken a break from global touring after all of this backlash. I must say, in order to get this many organizations all making formal position statements against your methodology, you've got to consider the fact that you might be doing things incorrectly. It is important to also state that Dog Daddy has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, and he's defended his training methods across numerous podcasts and interviews. You can find these all over YouTube and whatever social media app you like, but he pretty unanimously states that what he's doing is okay and not wrong by any means. The controversy surrounding him has led to a significant divide within the dog training community. On one side, there are those that argue that Dog Daddy's techniques are effective and necessary to train certain dogs with challenging behavioral issues. They believe that firmness and assertiveness are crucial in achieving desirable behavioral results. On the other side, there are those who firmly advocate for positive reinforcement and force-free training methods. One such trainer is the extremely popular Zach George. Zach is a hugely popular celebrity dog trainer and YouTuber with over 3 million YouTube subscribers, and his methodology involves a much more what I would describe as scientific, evidence-based approach involving positive reinforcement. Zach has taken up the charge in 2023 of calling out Dog Daddy for his aversive training methods, and he has an entire playlist on his YouTube channel and Instagram detailing why Dog Daddy is so problematic. I saw many of these videos and I'd recommend checking those out as well as Zach's content in general. I don't have a complete review nor is this a formal endorsement of Zach as a trainer, but from what I can tell, he seems to have a good approach in dog training that is based most importantly on scientific methodology, which is nice to see when it comes to celebrity or influencer dog trainers these days. I think now is a good time to bring up the fact that this entire controversy speaks to a bigger problem regarding many celebrity or influencer dog trainers in general. Too often they rely on virality either through TV or social media to get more and more popular in order to build their brand, their status, and their business. Oftentimes, the practice that drives these clicks and views is based only on what appears visually compelling, not necessarily what actually works or is effective in real life. Apparently, this isn't the first controversy that Dog Daddy has endured. Prior to becoming a dog training internet sensation, Dog Daddy was a German Shepherd breeder. The New York Post published an article in 2022 that interviews one of Dog Daddy's would-be clients who alleges that Dog Daddy took a $1,000 deposit for a German Shepherd puppy, then failed to show up at multiple arranged meetings to pick up the dog. Dog Daddy allegedly never refunded the clients, and it's important to note that Dog Daddy denies these allegations. Prior to that, in 2015, a local news station in Boston wrote a story detailing allegations that Dog Daddy was failing to properly take care of puppies before selling them to clients. One person describes paying $1,500 for a puppy that was described by its vet as, quote, not fit for sale, contradicting the health certificate Dog Daddy provided. Another client received a puppy with no AKC paperwork or health records of any kind. The news station that did the story uncovered 9 complaints about Griffin Shepherd kennels filed with the Massachusetts Attorney General. Dog Daddy's home was even searched by the police, which led to no charges being filed. The article quotes Dog Daddy himself saying, "A lot of this is why people don't like me, because they don't agree with what I do, and they can't do anything about it." The article goes on to describe Dog Daddy stating that he believes critics target him because of controversial practices. He feeds his dog a raw diet, he doesn't believe in vaccinations, and he only vaccinates for rabies because it's required by Massachusetts law. He's quoted as saying, "It's not illegal, it's not wrong, and there's many people that support it." In regards to his breeder practices, he describes it as not illegal, and there are many people that support it. So what do I think of Dog Daddy? If I'm going to be honest, if I were looking for a dog trainer, I would stay as far away from Dog Daddy as humanly possible. I would also stay away from dog trainers that trained in the same way as Dog Daddy as much as I possibly could. Dog Daddy, to me, seems to have no regard for evidence-based methodology whatsoever. And the fact of the matter is there are real consequences, both short and long term, to using aversive training methods based on what the science currently says. If you find yourself concerned about any specific training techniques used by Dog Daddy or any other trainer, I highly recommend consulting with a professional dog trainer or a veterinary behaviorist. These experts can provide valuable insights and guidance tailored to your dog's specific needs, ensuring that their training experience is both effective and safe. Veterinary behaviorists like Dr. Lisa Radasta, who I interviewed a few weeks ago on my channel, have spent years studying all of the available scientific literature in addition to going to vet school, and are literal experts that you can use to help you or your pet with behavioral issues. You can search the ACVB website pretty easily for a board-certified behaviorist near you. Unfortunately, there aren't that many behaviorists out there, so another great option is obviously a certified dog trainer. But if you're like many dog parents out there, you may be wondering, how do I even go about finding a reputable dog trainer? Fortunately, the American College of Veterinary Behaviorists has guides for pet parents and veterinarians and how to select a dog trainer. Me personally, I would recommend that you follow these guidelines when seeking out a dog trainer and not someone on social media who just has a lot of followers and, most importantly, uses aversive training methods. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you found this information helpful or thought-provoking, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content related to animal science and well-being. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.